The following game has been rated T for teen by the ESRB for fantasy violence, mild language, and drug references. That means anyone under the age of 13 should not be watching this video. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations. I am Outlier, and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today are, of course, my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we are going back to Starpoint Gemini Warlords, because it's that time again. Because it's part of a game series, and you can't have an ongoing series of a video game if you don't periodically go back and play it. Starpoint Gemini Warlords is the third out of 4 games in the Starpoint Gemini series. It shares the same premise of you're a spaceship captain flying around the Gemini system doing various things. It does have a dedicated storyline to it, but the main difference between this and its other games is the fact that it incorporates some light real-time strategy elements that the other games do not share. And last episode we finally managed to unlock those. Where we last left off, we had completed the story up to a point where we needed to get a bigger ship. And my plan was like what we did with the prior ship, to work on it off camera. That I just haven't gotten around to yet. Yes, that is the reason why I haven't gotten around to it. I guess that's what we're going to be doing this episode, and, well, see how it goes. This game is, of course, made by... Thank you again. And, well, that being said, let us begin. Alright, so we need to upgrade to at least a frigate class vessel. And while we can just simply up and buy a frigate class vessel, there are various ways of acquiring them. So the frigate we have access to is called the Omicron. And this is the Omicron frigate right here. These are its systems. Actually, it shares the same weapons loadout with the Helion, so all we really need to do is just simply buy a new ship and re-outfit it. There's also the Myrmidon for 2 million, which is also a frigate. So we actually have an option between 2 different frigates that we could get. The Omicron is made by our faction, the Solnari Concord, and the Myrmidon is made by a company called Nexus. I have to admit, I don't actually remember who they are. It does have a little bit more hull and cargo space. Also, you can have it has a heavy weapons battery on the front and actually the aft, which the Omicron does not have. So, Myrmidon's actually probably going to be the better buy, truth be told, at least from what I'm seeing so far. It does have a less recharge rate of shields. So I guess while the Myrmidon's more heavily armed and armored, the Omicron has better shielding. Although it seems to be about as fast. Yeah, so They have the same speed. It's really a difference of, do I want something that has more hull or faster recharging shields? And I can only really compare it to my current ship. I can't compare the two of them together. I could also technically buy a freighter, but I don't really need a freighter right now, nor is it required for the job at hand. So if we take a look at the jobs board, I am probably going to need a few more coin. We do have access to other jobs now, including installation assaults, installation defenses, and delivery tasks. So for the delivery task, a courier wanted, a package needs to be delivered to a mining operation. Less question asked, the better. Reward will be paid in full upon delivery of the package. For some reason that seems slightly shady to me, so we're going to, well, not do that. There's also a timed delivery, I guess. Solana Conquer requires supplies. Interested parties are expected to deliver the required commodities within the time frame. Delays will not be tolerated, but extra pay will be granted for a fast delivery. The goods will be delivered to Fainha, which is, right next door, although it pays rather little. Looks like the highest paying mission is this installation defense mission, where the Solana Concord is looking for capable mercenary groups to defend one of their installations. Strong hostile incursions expected, and interested parties are advised to bring reinforcements. Now we have reinforcements, so let's accept that. So we currently have reinforcements of 1 frigate and 3 corvettes, in addition to our corvette. Where are we going? There's also apparently Tara Higgs's destroyer out there, off on its lonesome. So we also finished research of level 1 beam weapon.
Engaging sublight.
Okay, so looks like in order to build a large number of ships, we're going to need more alloys. That is what this is, right? Materials, I'm sorry. Materials to build all that, and we just don't have the resources to do that right now. So what I'm going to do is we're going to try to defend this installation. We're going to go back to the station, and then we're going to see if we can build the module that allows us to salvage things. Because last episode we built the one for gas and minerals.
We have arrived at the construction site. Most of these defense systems are not operational, and some are beyond repair, so we should hurry up and transport our technicians to start repairs. We're transporting delicate repair equipment, so we need to get closer than usual for transport.
Did that not work? Nope, that failed. So, looks like we have 1 minute to get as much of this stuff online as we can. That's actually a ship. First one didn't work, this one did. That one failed. And now the enemy has come.
Kill the agents and secure the barrage.
So we are going to try to take it because it's, well, a frigate. And why not? Could use a frigate. They take this frigate, that means I don't have to buy another frigate. Pick up some random cargo. Don't think I'll be taking it though, because, Well, I actually lost a lot of people just getting to the med deck. So with the people I got left, I have a 44% chance of taking it. And they have failed. Okay. Explosives. So this is a Taurus. That Taurus is now dead. I think I already have a Taurus in the fleet. This is a Lyra class corvette, I guess. Killed that one with skills. Fighting is certainly easier when you figure out some of the controls. My tactical display goes off. I don't like the fact that the tactical display goes off if you're not currently in combat. I would have liked that on. That. A bit late for, well. And this is another frigate. Let's try to take this one. Just pull this away. How we can pull a supposedly bigger ship, I'm not quite certain, but apparently we can. Alright, so we're going to have 5 people left, so I don't think we're actually going to be able to take the ship. 2% advance, never mind. Kill it. Cut the tractor beam. And we won.
Making a name for ourselves, one job at a time.
Let's head back to Concordia.
Realigning course. Initiating sublight. Aligning ship to plane.
Yes, it would have been nice if we could have taken a frigate, but it's been my experience, you really don't have a chance of taking vessels larger than yours. So, like, I've only ever really have had successful boarding actions when I board, like, frigates or corvettes when I'm piloting a frigate. And the number of Marines you have available to take vessels is dependent upon the ship class. Certain ships have more space for more Marines. Let's not bump into the station and let's just go docking. So here we are. This is the dry dock. We can rearm the vessel. Trader, we picked up all this stuff during the fight. Let's just sell it all. And so let's next go to construction, because we're going to need a salvage depot. So now that's been built, we can now build we can, once we, right here, now build junk reclaimers. So construct this one, construct this one, research outpost, which increases building speed, build that as well. This is something we can send the fleet to. It's a wormhole. Send another civilian fleet there. And we don't have enough resources to build these gas collectors, so I'll not worry about them at this point. Now, as the defendant installation, we also have the ability to assault installations. Given the fact that this one's recommended threat level, recommended level 14, in fact they both are, I'm hesitant to go complete them while still piloting a corvette. You also apparently have maintenance tasks now. But they don't really seem to be paying much. We can also raid this convoy, which should be good for a few, some small amount of coin. So let's go do that one. And I didn't bother to read the job description, but let's be honest. We're raiding a convoy. We show up, we attack the convoy, we loot, pillage, and destroy, we go home. Does it really matter why? Yes, I'm well aware it matters why, but I neglected to read why, so... Oh, look, a gas pocket. Hang on. Correct. Almost forgot to collect the resources.
Affirmative. Engage submarine.
Why are we shifting to the side? That's why we were close to the wormhole. We're most likely experiencing gravitational anomalies. At least that's what I'm going to go with. Here we are, near another Lyra-class corvette. And there's biometric shielding, so we're not able to actually send a boarding party. But it's almost dead, so... I don't know, now it is dead. Same with this one. That kills that. Freighter. I guess we're not going to be able to board anything this job. It's apparently got missiles. Still can't board. Okay. We had a heavy weapon ammo, so. That freighter's dead, though.
Target destroyed.
And we're now at level 12. There's one freighter left. And now it's dead.
Another mission completed, but there's always more work to be done.
And a cargo, I think I've flown too far out. Alright, so let's head back. Here we go, dock. So all this stuff. Rearm. I guess one thing that would technically help improve boarding proficiency is if, you know, I completed these perks, but in order to get the Savvy Chief perk line, I need to, in addition to capturing ships, I also need to raid them. So rather than just simply beaming aboard a ship and moving on from area to area, I basically have them loot each area. So they raid the cargo bay at 1 point, the engine room is 2 points, shield generator and weapons control 3 points. Assuming I have Marines to do that, because looting requires extra Marines. But when I get to 15, when I capture 3 ships and get to 15 pillage points, I can get the ability to get Savvy Chief 1, of which I've captured 4 ships and have no pillage points. Lure up 3, and execute won't be able to be upgraded until level 15. So let's upgrade the cloaking device, because I like the cloaking device. Oh, we did have an unused perk point. So if we get negotiations, we can increase the chance of capturing enemy ships, as well as raiding enemy structures, as well as getting the privateer or cutthroat perks. Let's say for some reason it's not letting me upgrade that, because I already have privateer. Alright. One thought is to increase the one of the governing perks, because they affect how the RTS side fares, I believe. But the only ones that, well, what I'm seeing is basic construction's faster, and the only one that gets me more resources is tax collector. But at the moment, I think my major the resource that is hampering everything isn't lack of credits, it's lack of materials. So let's actually go with negotiations. Since we should now have enough, let's actually unmount all the weapons. So we can go to the shipyard. I can actually just simply upgrade straight to the destroyer if I so chose. Now, because I am level 12, which is weapons all around it. But you know what, for right now, let's just go with the Myrmidon. Add that to the garage. We'll transfer command to it. Just max out the turrets. As before. Mount the plasma cannons on the front and the railguns on the side. And the ion cannons, because I have 2 of them, I'll mount on the side pieces. Probably should not have refilled the ammo on the corvette, because now I have to pay for more ammo. For the frigate. So I have 2 also heavy weapon batteries available, and I do have a spare Cerberus, which I believe I picked up as salvage from the last episode. But I want something other than a shockwave cannon. What I'm going to do is go to Trader, go to Systems. I'm actually going to sell the Cerberus that I picked up. That should net me enough spare cash. I don't have something for the 4th slot, do I? Oh well. So 1/3 is just to simply get the big gun first. But that would leave me with about 500,000. What I can do is, rather than going with fusion torpedoes, I mount missiles. And between the hammer and the Bandicoot, it looks like the Bandicoot has less range, but it does more damage per second. So it's faster reload than the hammer. Yeah, it actually does more damage, but it doesn't have as great of a blast radius, or it can fire as far. So we're going to get those and rearm everything. This is our frigate. We should probably change the name. We're going to need a grand name, an epic name. Yeah, I got nothing. What am I going to call this ship? You know, this little fin here kind of reminds me of a fish. So we're going to go with the most awesomest of fish. Call this the salmon. Salmon it is. How many troopers do I have on this? So I think I have 38 troopers available. That's just random stuff. Yeah, so 38 troopers. I'm curious, how many troopers did the Hellion have? Let's switch back real quick. Alright, 36. So it actually doesn't carries 2 more extra Space Marines than the Corvette did. I shall make do. This is our frigate.
Safe travels.
Continue on.
I'm arriving to Concordia now. We need to talk. Get here as soon as possible.
I just left. What is it with these people and telling me to arrive just as I come in? Alright, so Cal Emmerich says, I take it you familiarize yourself with the new procedures that Warden Trace has set in place? I'd say I did. Except he gets interrupted. There's no time for in-depth analysis, Attendant. While you were busy learning, I've had Higgs run recon for your next target, the Orville Foundry in Australia. Miss Higgs. And then Tara Higgs asks any questions, or weren't we there already? Why another recon? What's our end goal in this? Are we planning a frontal assault? What's the end goal? The Orville Foundry is a massive refinery. We get our hands on it, we'll boost our materials production significantly. You may ask about something else. Are we planning a frontal assault? Yes. That's it. If we lose our fleets on this attack, we'll be defenseless. We should take that risk. is not viable for discussion, Attendant Pelgrim. The Council's already made a decision. It's your job to carry it out. And one more thing. Since Siggs is done with her mission in Astria, I've appointed her to Concordia. She's under your command now. That is all. We should get going. About something else. There already another recon. To monitor the situation, didn't take our initial intrusion as a warning sign. Doesn't seem like they've upgraded the defenses. If anything, they even reduced their defensive capabilities. Dismantled the defense platforms, but surrounded the foundry with external shielding. Let's get to work.
You've cleared the dock.
Alright, so Rainer Trace pops in, or sir, if I may suggest, were you eavesdropping? Do that again and report myself, or go ahead. First, take over Orville surroundings. That will certainly have an impact on the Orville crew. The basis for this conclusion? Of course, Siggs' debriefing made note of the apparent panic and low morale of the crew. It could be used to our advantage. Consider it. So, we have options. Where are we going? Oh, up there. So, we can... Let's stop moving for a quick second. So, we can just simply fly there directly and start taking everything, or we can effectively cut a bloody swath through pirate territory, taking everything as we go. Let's go do that.
HQ reports one of our fleets have returned.
We now have access to Terra. Let's have her fleet of 1 join us. And the fleet has been successful. What are you doing? You are corvettes. So I bump into an asteroid because I'm not paying attention. Kind of out of range. For now. Now let's see if we can take this thing. That one's dead quickly. Can we not shoot the thing while my troops are aboard, please? Thank you. Advance some more. Got the shield generator. Advance some more. So here we are at the weapons control. We've got 18 people left. We can advance using half of them. We can just pillage the thing, because something tells me I'm not going to be able to take it with 9 people. Let's break their weapons. The weapons are not disabled. Shoot them. And now they're dead.
Target is down.
That should have technically gotten me a few pillage points. Oh, that's just a derelict. Okay. Alright, so where were we? Oh, look, these are finished building. Construct one of the gas collectors. And the other fleet task failed. Sorry to hear that. Send them out on this one.
Affirmative.
And let's proceed further.
Captain, the bounty listing indicates that these ships are lackeys of a known wanted outlaw.
Oh, it's a destroyer. Sorry.
I won't fight today. Not today.
Oh, they're dead.
Target neutralized.
And apparently found a another pirate bounty.
we'll deal with them sometime later. Alright, so there's this enemy fleet. Let's go hit that.
Initiating sublight.
Would say fiery vengeance, but, well. Yeah, and, Terra has joined. Apparently the old fleet and the new fleet merged, so. Okay then. Yeah, we should have enough fleet power to take them. Assuming we can actually catch them. Oh, look, there they are.
Flying through enemy territory.
Grapple you. Because we're deploying troops. Advance. Advance.
Heavy damage.
Advance.
A watchman knows when to back out.
Grappled the ship.
Your explosion will light the skies.
Pillage the shield generator. Keep advancing. And try pillaging weapons control, because apparently we don't have enough people to do that. And they failed the pillage. Now we can kill them.
Target is down.
We win.
Affirmative. Engage.
So we hit the
sublight.
forward outpost now.
Switching planar alignment now.
We start the battle. Which we would if we could get pointed directly at it.
Attacking the foe.
Target destroyed.
That turret is down. That one. Where are you? Don't know. Not letting me target it. Apparently we're still in the middle of a battle. What was that? That's dead. This is that. We captured the zone.
Engaging sublight.
So we keep moving forward. So just out of curiosity, I do not actually have a Taurus available for construction, so
Hostile region entered.
Your explosion will light the skies.
it's probably a mistake heading into a battle.
Shield down to 25%
Given the fact that my shields are out and I'm losing health like it's nobody's business.
engaging.
Look the ship.
Let's get this mother. Break your doom.
We should probably flee. Alright, so we lost everybody except Tara Higgs. Who's shooting us? Random gunship. Probably part of the big group. We should probably focus on running and not shooting. So let's see if we can take the ship.
Get us out of here.
Cloaking devices.
Affirmative. Entering stealth.
Embrace your doom.
Shield down to 25%, Captain. Port shield down to 25%, Captain.
No, let's just go.
Engaging sublight.
Because I keep getting myself damaged.
Initiated.
I really should learn not to bite off more than I can chew. Alright, so we should probably head back to
Changing
Concordia and
course.
repair. I don't have enough materials to build any more ships. So it's literally just me and Tara.
The Concordia is safe with you at the helm, Captain.
Yeah, not so certain about that. I did get, well, everybody but Tara killed. Let's just sell all this random stuff we managed to pick up. And repair the hull and rearm. Alright, so there's not much we can do until we can get more resources to build more ships.
Engaging sublight.
Although, we could technically press on. See if there's small quantities of enemies we can hijack and pillage. Because in addition to using the ships for your own purposes or selling the ships, could try to
Your best, can it?
Shield reactivation complete.
I was gonna say we could try to pillage the ship, but let's be honest, this is a destroyer. We're not going to be able to take the ship with what we have. That was probably a little bit overkill, but works for me.
Hostile target eliminated. Initiating sublight.
So we move on. Oh, we did pick up some credits by the looks of it. So by the looks of it, me and Tara aren't going to be enough to... We'll take the fleet that was right here. It had like a power of 9,000.
One of our
There's
fleets
Terra-
finished their job.
There's Tara by herself. There's only a fleet power of 2,000, and I don't know what my current fleet power is, but I'm fairly certain it's not that high. That's like 7 ships.
Scanning object. HQ report. One of our fleets have returned.
So we scan the anomaly and get out of here. Although, they're fighting somebody.
Cloaking
We
field
just
charged.
simply steal a tourist while no one's looking.
It's failing. I expect it.
can take the Taurus, so... Alright, so we pacified the Taurus. So, now we have the options. We can salvage it for parts, which gets me spare materials. We can send it to headquarters and make it ready to serve the fleet, basically use it as a fleet ship. And sell it, we can put it in the garage, or send the hull to allow research construction. Apparently, we already have it researched. So let's salvage it for parts. Alright, who's next?
To the end of the galaxy.
You're practically dead. You're already dead. Still got some materials out of it. It's not bad, I guess.
Affirmative.
Let's attack this
Engage
fleet.
sublight.
Smash the pretender.
I, fire at will command executed.
Drop out of subway. Anticipate.
Shield is at 50%.
Any more damage and we're done for!
Try to take you.
Entering stealth mode. Shield reactivation complete.
What's your problem, Kern?
You cannot run.
And we can pacify another
Shield
corvette.
down to 25%, Captain.
Now we have this pacified. It says it's also 100% researched. Okay, salvage that for parts. Oh, this is a cruiser.
Capacity. Add shield down to 25%, Captain. Force shield down to 25%, Captain. Roger that. Commencing automated firing sequence. Affirmative. Engaging foe.
And we are actually dead. Let's try this again. This time we need to remember not to engage the big fleet. Oh, this takes us back before we upgraded to the frigate. When was this autosave from? So right before we attacked the fleet with the corvette. I mean with the cruiser. Okay. So now I can start building at least one corvette. But I would hope for enough materials to build a frigate. At least several frigates. What are you? Bunch of containers, apparently. What do the containers hold, I wonder?
Scanning target.
You can scan them. That doesn't seem to do anything. Can't send people over. You can shoot them. I guess that gets us cargo. $20,000 fleet power. You know what? Let's not attack them right now.
Affirmative.
Let's head down over this way. Because this is technically also pirate space. But we already have the Torment Industrial Station. But the area around it's still technically flagged as not ours. So let us work on that next. And we'll send the fleet out to there's under attack. I'm under attack. Send some troops over.
Affirmative. Engaging cloak.
You cannot hide.
Now, for the record, I don't actually expect to be able to take this ship. I just wanted to get to weapons control so I could do this. Disable the weapons a little bit. Use all my special abilities. Set the turrets to auto fire.
Weapons on auto mode.
Hit.
Get us out of here.
And then it dies.
Target destroyed. Affirmative. Engage sublight.
So let's try to secure this area next. Okay, let's try to actually travel there so we can go there.
Bob.
A bunch of anomalies. Let's go check them out. I like scanning anomalies.
Initiating scan.
Scan this one. Scan this one. Plus it gets us some spare gas.
Scanning object.
Could have sworn there was another one. I was going to say, I could have sworn there was another one. There is. There we are.
Initiating target
Scan you.
Initiating sublight.
And just keep going.
Tactical reports of hostiles in the area.
Like 5 enemy ships, 6 enemy ships. We'll ignore those for now.
We're entering enemy territory.
Looks like some neutral third-party vessels are fighting, so we can always help out. Pretty sure all they are just a bunch of gunships. Looks that's actually a corvette. So who's next? It as well. That actually looks like everybody. Okay, cool.
Engaging sublight.
Moving on. Still do not have enough materials to build a frigate. Of course, it's not always about the big capital-sized weapons. Let's build a couple corvettes as well. So you fly clean past the junk reclaimer, which we could probably hit and take.
Acquiring planar coordinates.
Send troops over. See if we can get it on the healthy shield facing side, as I turn in the wrong direction to do just that. We take the gunship. Then we send it back to materials to build more ships. Who's left? Just you, I guess. Knowing the hills. Okay, let's move along. Apparently that just started the battle. Guessing we just can't take this intact, can we? Where are... That's actually a lot of enemy ships. Okay then. Bunch of gunships. Possible, so I guess we just open fire. That's dead. Next target. It's already dead. Next target. This is that one. There's just chewing through them. That one's dead. That one. I guess it's good to have a destroyer. So is this ours now? No, it's not.
Initiating sublight.
Alarm was triggered. Security is on their way.
I'll hide your corpse, cuz.
Enemy down.
Gonna breach into the cargo bay. And advance. So we managed to pillage that. Still technically not ours. I guess we have to hit the forward
Initiating
outpost.
sublight.
And that forward outpost is now under attack, so we're going to have to deal with them in about 5 minutes.
Initiating sublight.
Should I use the heavy weapons on that? It was already dead. It was going to be already dead.
Shield is at half capacity.
We've captured the zone.
Affirmative. Engage sublight.
So let's get back here. Although the cruiser's probably going to be a problem. We do have a brand new corvette to play with. And little else to our name. But that allows us to take this region. Build another junk reclaimer there. Send a fleet out there. What is this? Oh, that's a research outpost. We're now getting 88 materials per week. At least what passes for a week in this game, which means every 10 weeks we can build a new Corvette just off of that. So can we access research? Structure, junk reclaimer. Alright, so let's activate that to increase the junk reclaimer's capabilities. Because the one resource that's hampering everything is lack of materials.
One of our fleets have finished their job.
And we're just going to ignore the anomalies for right now because our area is under attack. So we'll just shoot all the corvettes. You're dead. Cruiser. Pick up the gunship.
Shield is at half capacity. Shield restored, Captain.
I'll have to teach you a lesson, Fern. We're putting fighters on Jackson 6 acknowledged.
Cloak the ship.
Front shield is at 50%. Cloaking system initiated. Front shield down to 25%, Captain. Starboard shield is at half capacity.
Because we're technically on fire. So give it a minute to repair the ship. Because this is as good as we're going to get, unless we feel like using another one. oil on, I think. Alrighty. Research is done.
I almost didn't see your meager ship.
It's easy when they're not targeting us directly. Use all the special abilities. Really knock it down. Let's just deploy troops over for fun. Can't actually, don't have enough people to advance past the shield generator, so let's try pillaging it, and somebody just exploded. We're actually out of range because we're flying away from it. Did we lose Terra?
Down to 25%, Captain.
And the cruiser is dead. But something tells me we lost Terra, so I believe she'll eventually respawn. I hope. Because I'm not even seeing the corvette that we built. So something tells me even that got blown up. Yeah, we can rebuild Terra Higgs's destroyer. Cost almost 250,000 credits, but we got plenty to spare. Like I said, the one resource we're having issues with isn't credits, it's materials. Just upgrade those. Send out more fleets. And well, we got no business still being out here, so let's head back and sell our listed goods, I guess. So they're rather close to home, so let us go break their stuff. Look while we do this.
Things are getting interesting. That can't be your best.
Apparently I lost my sensor lock, so I don't know which ship is which. I'm still able to proceed with the boarding action, so I'm assuming everything is good. And we pacified the ship. Salvage it for parts. Get the others.
Out of here. It's been a hell of a ride.
Oh, a freighter. Troops aren't ready for deployment, so we can't board the freighter. Oh well.
Get us out of here.
You know, I honestly don't even know if I'm actually hitting the thing.
One of our fleets have finished their job.
Goody.
Acquiring new coordinates. Engaging sublight. Adjusting access elevation.
And we go to dock. Just sell off everything we managed to pick up. Repair the ship. Rearm the ship. And let us check out research. What is this? So this just tells us what more about information of foreign fleets. This increases boarding proficiency, as does... Actually, no, this increases readiness regeneration. And improve minimum regeneration, med bay. Upgrade to hub module level 2, even though it's eating into all of our materials. So now that we have a tier 2 hub, we can build the trade center, which gives us trade tasks. We have a production plant, which has research of foreign ship designs. Research done from parts gained. So this is what we would need to research and build ships not of the Solari Concord. Logistics center, make sure your new armor works as well with machine and increases your maximum number of civilian fleets. And then it's just hub world level 3. So I don't have enough materials to actually build the next tier of.
May your travels be bountiful.
These are currently in production. Under construction. So today was productive. We managed to do... Oh look, Tara's back. Yay. I was trying not to get her killed again. But we were somewhat productive. We didn't complete the object. Well, we now have a shiny new frigate. We didn't get a chance to actually complete the next storyline objective of taking this foundry. But we did proceed on and captured this forward outpost. We also captured this forward outpost. So the Torment Industrial Station is now in friendly territory. So we did some stuff. We got our original fleet utterly massacred because we decided to pick a fight we couldn't win. And, well, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, I guess. On that note, I shall call it here.
Everybody stay safe from the plague and have a good day.